welcome to qualifying for the fifth round of the Classic Motorsport Hard Gold Star for drivers. We're in Japan. It is the Japanese Grand Prix of 1991. We are at Suzuka International Racing Course for 1 hour of qualifying. As I said already, my name is Pascal Mikla. I welcome everyone to enjoy this hour of speed. With me in the booth today is Jessica Pelletier, who will be taking over the commentary duties while I will be on track trying to set a respectable qualifying lap time. So, before we go to qualifying, what are your expectations?
Firstly, good afternoon or evening or morning from wherever you're watching. I'm expecting to see a lot of people driving hard and driving fast. Especially some people in the lower down cars going to try to be wringing the neck out of that thing around this glorious Suzuka track. Hopefully, trying to set the fastest lap time possible and claim pole.
Alright.
According to our live timing, the best lap time has been a 1:40.965 set by Pascal Mikula. But surprisingly, not the fastest top speed. That would go to Juan Guerrero, who set a 1:41.021 as the second best time. Not much in it, just about 1 kilometer per hour difference in top speed, so might not mean much. It all could come down to who takes a better corner to the thousandth.
Exactly. All right. So, of course, we are riding in the 1991 Formula One season, the penultimate round of the IRL season, and there were some special qualifying rules in that year. Not just in that year, actually, the rules went from, I think it was those rules were like 1950 to 1996. So we're slap bang in the middle of that, and how that works is what I would like to explain now before we head into the session. So, basically the session is 1 hour long. So we have 1 hour from just about now until, well, of course the 1 hour is over. And every driver gets 12 laps in total. Out laps and in laps count. That means if you have 1 out lap, 1 hot lap, and 1 in lap, that means you have 4 attempts to set your best lap time. Not a whole lot, but it sure makes for some exciting racing.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with you there. Because just think, if you make a mistake on 2 of your runs and you have to reset, that's those 2 runs gone and you only have 2 left. And that puts you under even more pressure and even more susceptible to making mistakes. So, depending on if people make mistakes or not, could see a quite mixed up grid.
Exactly. Okay, I need you to do a little bit of talking. I'm doing the current briefing before we go to qualifying. So that is that.
Alrighty. So, Pascal has said we are here today at the Suzuka circuit in Japan. If I just bring up some information I have on the circuit, because I can't type. And I'm gladly.
Okay. While Jessica is looking for some information about the track, which I think we've seen. I mean, in the practice before, we've already seen like some driving there, and the qualifying is just about to start. We have a Williams going out in the pit lane. I hope he sees the red light at the end of the pit lane because the session hasn't started yet. That is a debutant for CMH. I'm sorry for the noise. That was just my phone. Simon Witt, now going out on track. So, as I said, 12 laps, 1 hour. Who's going to set the fastest lap time? Actually, there's been the battle has been pretty close between myself and Juan Guerrero, with Joe Gillette and the Benetton a somewhat close third. But,
oh, sorry, just to interrupt there.
Yes?
Richard just going for a spin on his outlap, it looks like. He's got it going
Jack-
again. Bit of a half spin.
Jakob Richard in the Coloni. But yeah, speaking of which, like Simon Witt, who's in arguably the best car we have as from our signups, the Williams Renault FW14. I'm personally not quite impressed by the fact that he hasn't turned a lap on the server in the 2 weeks he's had time to, but he might be a secret third in the whole equation because he's, as I said, he's in the Williams, and there's absolutely no benchmark yet as far as his performance goes. So I'm personally, I'm excited to see what he can do. He's currently on the way to the spoon curve on his outlap. He's doing a very fast outlap. And looking, Jakob Richard is again off the track, but I think he's still going.
Yes, he's still
one thing-
going. I can see it down on the map below. He just probably, yes. We saw Wick get a little loose coming up into the hairpin, so maybe the same happened for Jakob and he couldn't quite catch the oversteer. As Wick coming now down to the super fast 130R. Seen many a great save and overtake. Now coming down through the chicane, the scene that is most famous for the Alan Prost and I believe Ayrton's Senna collision. I can't remember what year, but
it was 1989.
So just 2 years, 2 years before this race started, as we are on board with it going down to the very fast turn one. Double right-hander, and now gets a quite good exit. You can hear the Renault engine screaming in the background as he goes through the S's.
So I've got his time up on the screen, and it looks quite alright. He's taking a good line through the S's. Now going up through the long left-hander. This one is a little bit off camber at the exit, so he needs to be careful. He does actually lift a little bit. And into Degna 1, third sector, 36.8.
Oh, not good. If I just pull up the best sectors that we have had.
He's got someone in front of him. That's Joe Gillette, who's on an outlap. Oh, very high raptor. Okay, and Joe lets him. Oh! Okay, very loose moment there. Very loose moment there for Simon Witt. Almost crashed into.
Though.
Yeah, he did.
And so he looks like he's continuing with the lap, not backing out. We have two cars in the pit, Pascal McCullough and Owen Potter, so we'll hopefully see them come out on track in the next few minutes. I mean, when are you looking to come out on track, Pascal?
Simon Witt now, hold on, is now going down into 130R, second sector, 41.6. So he's currently at a 130. He's going now into the final chicane, slowing down. Okay, right.
Very nice.
Left.
Very nice line. Doesn't use up all of the exit curves, so he could potentially carry more speed through there.
Across the
finish line. It's
1 minute 49.79.
Oh, so 9 seconds off there.
Currently, he is on provisional pole position.
But I am pretty sure that's going to change as Jakob Richards already gone over a second quicker in the second sector. In the first sector, and Juan Guerrero going 2 seconds quicker than that. Senna 33.2 in the first sector as Jakob Richards goes now to the top with a 149.585. So 2 tenths faster than Simon Witt. As we now look at hopefully we can look at Juan Guerrero as Halil Sahin sets a lap. That's actually 2 seconds slower than Jakob Richard.
Yeah, 2 seconds slower than Jakob Richard.
Juan Guerrero.
Matthew Sibagnani is now crossing the line.
Juan Guerrero going 37, doing a 39.3 in the second sector, fastest of anybody in the first 2 sectors as he's now going through sector 3. Hopefully we can get an onboard shot of him.
So currently Matt Sibagnani is on provisional pole position. There's Juan Guerrero, 41.7.
Oh, and absolutely eclipsing the best time by 5.4 seconds. Going faster than anybody in all 3 sectors, and he pulls it into the pit.
It looks like Simon Witt is now slowing down. No, there's Joe Gillette. No, there was just a chicane. It's Joe Gillette now. There he is, yes.
Joe Gillette sector times have looked. Okay,
Simon
it's
Witt
not
is
the best
now
we've seen.
Simon Witt now in P3, 7 seconds off of Juan Guerrero. Joe Gillette comes in and 45. There's a 145.
3.3 seconds slower than what Juan Guerrero did, so there is quite a pace gap at the front.
Well, there really is. Currently, there's only 7 cars who have set a time. The slowest one is Anderson Bernardino of Brazil. I don't remember what car exactly he's driving, but he's 22.5 seconds off.
He must have had a spin or something on his lap.
Most likely. Anyway, do you mind? Would you mind telling the drivers again to get on the server for qualifying? We're almost 10 minutes in, and we're only 10 cars on, so we're only half the field is currently on the server for qualifying. So we need to kind of figure something out. Anyway, there's a number 3 turtle now going through 130R, and because of that, I will have to silence myself for a second. Take it away.
As I'm just kind of doing the announcement now to get people on the server, we should have more than just 10 people, as that's maximum only going into the pits. Different pit lane to what we're used to in real life as well. Now on board with Simon Witt coming up to the hairpin, braking heavily, and he goes for a spin and half spin and chucks his lap away. Unfortunate for him. Still continuing, and we'll just bring up his sector times. They aren't looking impressive. And in fact, I don't even have a reading for his sector 1. As Pascal Makula is now going through the S's, going through sector 1 right now. Just looking on the time. There we go. Go through the long off camber. And he looks like he was smoking there for a second. Either wheel spin or heating up his engine. And he goes through Degner 1. Or is that Degner 2? That was Degner 2. My apologies. Now coming up into the hairpin. Gets his braking under control. It's slow hairpin. Using up all the exit curb. Not really. Now on the run down into the spring corner. Up through the gears. You can see. In gear 5, as he's now braking for the spoon corner. Very tricky to get by in a prototype. Not probably better to do in early 90s prototypes, and yet you can see he is smoking, so he is running a very, very restrictive radiator. Not much air getting into there. Not sure. Oh, and he's blown up. He has blown up. Just going through 130 on heavy contact into the wall. Pascal Makula blowing up, going into 130R, almost completing his lap. I'll just read you his second times. They were 37.1 and a 39.5. So 3 seconds down in sector 1 and on there with Juan Guerrero in sector 2. Unfortunately, blowing up at 130 R's just before we got to finish his lap.
That was a very unfortunate one, actually. I could say something, but that's not gonna be very child friendly. I messed it up in the first corner already. Anyway,
a quick weather report for you, as there's not much truck activity. It's currently sunny with 26.8 degrees Celsius, and the track temperature is steadily creeping up. It's now 31.2 degrees, as we have had now 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Oh, that's Agatino Bivona abandoning his lap. Owen Potter in the Ligier Lamborghini. What car number is
We're just looking at Halil Sahin just warming up his tires.
Car number 26. Owen Potter is now starting his first flying lap.
And sitting in the 9th position. He has started that, and we're now running on board and breaking down now into turn 1, which is also of controversy in the F1 community. Many a crash happening there, most recently Max Verstappen and Charles Leclerc on the opening of, I believe, 2019 Japanese Grand Prix, since there was no 2021 due to certain world circumstances. As Owen Potter's now going,
Owen Potter.
going through the S's, through that
He's got-
off-camber, left-hander.
He's got
traffic
Anders
in
and
his
Bernardino
way.
in front of him.
Not sure if he's on a lap. We're going through
Okay,
Degner 1. He
he got out of the way. That's good.
And now through Degner 2. Very nice lines he's taking. So he's showing great confidence in his car and in his driving style. Breaking now into the hairpin. Oh, get a kick of oversteer, correcting it very nicely. Not using any of the exit curves, surprisingly. So you can see he definitely got some speed through there and now going on to the straight.
got
Get
off
onto the
there.
gas! Still keeping
Into
it under
Spoon.
control. Braking now down into the Spoon corner.
Clean.
Very
He
clean.
misses the apex a bit, but that's okay.
He's using
And
all
now-
of the exit curve, and now he's blasting down on the back straight now, onto run into 130R past what is a no start finish straight. Not sure what that's used for, probably national racing. Oh, breaking down now
Onto
to
the
130R.
close.
Taking the apex, so probably not. Oh, going a little conservative through there on his first lap. Now
He
into
doesn't
the
want to screw that one up,
chicane,
and he's through.
and now accelerating on to the line. Lap with track time looking impressive. He goes,
1 minute and 48.4.
and
38,
he goes
48.389.
and he goes P4 behind Matt Simeone, Joe Gillett, and Juan Guerrero. As we had Eddie Spatal on the server, he has now disappeared.
Yeah, twice in a row now. And Owen, he can go back to the pits. His run is over, but okay.
Maybe he's still got
Hey,
to do. As we're
whatever
on
he
board
wants
with, as we can now go on board with Matt Simeone. But
he is now starting his second run. I think he is.
Yep, starting the second run. Right about now.
Ow.
As Matt Simeone breaking down now into the double right hander of turn 1 and turn 2. Very nicely, not using all the extra curb. Go through the S's and good car control. Looks on through there. Not really any oversteer or understeer. Looking well in control of that car. Going through the off camber left and then opening
To
with that.
V10. That
Now breaking
3.5 liter V10.
into Degner 1, using all the curb that are available to him, and then through Degner 2, yeah, again, using some of the exit curb now coming up onto run 2, that hairpin, as Christian Steiger has joined him. I believe he is driving the...
and that spins!
Oh, and Simeone spin!
No, too much of that V10. Oh, what's he doing? No, that lap is over, Matt. Go, come on, get back to the pits.
He's just getting on track, just in case there's any cars coming.
Well, there's Joe Gillett coming in the Benetton, but yeah, Matt is pulling off the track. I was just gonna say, Matt is driving. Oh,
Oh, Gillett off!
No,
He beat it out the wall, but
two in a row.
stands in his lap. As Bivona looks to be.
I was just gonna say, Matt is driving one of the two Tyrrell O2Os. These cars, they didn't really get any upgrades throughout the year. Oh no, his engine is smoking. What's he doing?
Probably.
We've got the old Honda V10, the one that propelled Ayrton Senna into the 1990 championship. That one's now in the Tyrrell, but didn't lose any of its power. Although it might lose some of its power in Matt Sabagnoni's car if he keeps smoking it up like that. I think he's going for a second flying lap, is he?
I think
Is Matt Sabagnoni? He's going through 130R. I think he is preparing to start a second flyer.
It's likely, but he hasn't learned to do in laps, and
he's going into the pits. He's going into the pits. He's abandoning that lap.
It's Christian Steiger now in the number 10. I believe that is a footwork.
That is the footwork, yes.
I mean, a very good looking car, but not looks don't mean it's fast. Edge whip spins into the chicane and does what the Japanese do best and drift.
I was just gonna say you were supposed to drive the number 9 footwork, but your son is sadly not available tomorrow. So
that is true. I would have loved to do this qualifying. I'm only commentating for about 50 minutes because I do have the iRacing Indianapolis 500 to do. As Witt is smoking and is pulling off. Not sure if he blew his engine or has noticed the smoke, but he is pulling over to the side of the road and has reset. As we're on board now with Bivona. It's making sure I know names going through 130 now. I'm not sure if he's on a lap or not. Let me just, as he's going through the chicane now. Oh, that's going to be track limits. That is going to be track limits, and
We have one of the Modenas has just arrived in the paddock. That is Simone Ghilardini, making their first start in F1. So, welcome to the pack. And Eddie's
Eddie's
Bottas is
start
back.
again.
Well,
As I do believe Christian Schneider may be on a lap here, and Bavona spin, half spins. As you see, Steiger is on a lap, I believe. If we could go on board with him, see how the footwork's doing. There we go.
at the same time,
Nice looking car. Kind of reminds us slightly of what's to come, and Steiger goes full 360. Gets out of the way of Witt. That's going to ruin his lap. Not that it matters much for footwork. It was just an awful car in 1991.
at the same time, we have Joe Gillette and yours truly on their outlaps. Joe was very nice right now. He just let me past. But we're now both going into spoon
all
preparing
of the
for the next lap.
from Degna 1. Sorry, just to interrupt there.
That
the
is completely
footwork
fine.
does look like a really nice car. Can I remind you of what was to come in more modern eras behind those rear wing and engine cover? Kind of reminds me of I think late 90s, early 2000s Jordan almost. I mean, that's probably just my eyesight being weird, but doesn't look like some of the 90s cars, as we have two cars off Steiger. Came in out of the wall. Looks like he was going straight for a date with the barrier. And Witt was also off into gravel. Not sure what happened to him, as Steiger's just whipped through and will be joined the racetrack as Pascal McCoolin now, I think, on a lap. Coming up to finish it now. No, he is starting one, going through turn one, double right-hander right now. Picking up the ball nice and early from the exit curve as he goes through the acid, lifting ever so slightly. Right, moving on right-hander now. From the left-hander now. Hopefully running down into Degna 1 and Degna 2. Breaking now into Degna 1 using a lot of the curb on the left-hand side and all of the exit curb
is 24,000.
And he has started to smoke again. We just noticed that breaking down into the hairpin. He's going to have to watch his engine temps. He does not want a repeat of the blow-up he had. And he is indeed smoking. Ominous smoke coming out of the engine, and it looks kind of blue, so that could be oil or something. And the side goes wide at spoon, going to kick up oversteer, manages to collect it without going into a spin, and is continuing with that using all the exit curve now down onto the back straight yet again. On run to 130. There's why he had his engine failure. Engine still alive somehow. He is now breaking down into the chicane. Hopefully be able to get a lap on the board. Coming out of the final chicane and through the final right-hander. Taking the shortest possible run to the line. It's going to be a 40, I think that's a 42-2.
Oh, close one.
Okay.
I think Simon has just blown his engine there, that's why. Okay.
Steiger is on a lap. See if we can take a look at the footwork and see what it's kind of doing.
Oh, and I see what happened with Simon Witt. I see what happened with Simon Witt.
Steiger just gone through 130R, now breaking into the final chicane and that footwork.
Yes, he's on his...
Accelerating out of the chicane, now going through the final corner. This is definitely not going to be a ball
very
run.
unstable. Come on. Put your foot down and...
But it could
he's on it.
Get him a
150.243. And Simon Witt has just been disqualified from qualifying.
Oh.
Well, he exceeded the lap limit.
Oh,
He
come
exceeded the lap
on.
limit. I told everyone that they have 12 laps, and he exceeded it. He's gonna start from the back of the field tomorrow for that. So that's the penalty you incur for that, but he's just left the server. I don't know if he's trying to get in with a new car or anything, which isn't gonna work, my friend. But yeah, Simon Witt has unfortunately, as we say in our professional jargon, messed it up.
Indeed. And we could say some unprofessional words, but we
Oh
are
no
very
no no.
kind to our audiences.
Anyway, Simon Witt sadly out of qualifying already.
Not like he was timing his screen delight, but still unfortunate.
That's not the point of it. But
Yeah.
well,
I think it's about star lap.
Yes, that's gonna be his second run then. First run, of course, put him currently on provisional pole position with the 41.7. And looking at the times that were put on the board during practice, there is still about a second in it. Let's see how he does. That Ferrari is now
Coming down through the chicane. And he's hard on before back Ferrari. I believe it's a V12 in back of that Ferrari, correct me if I am wrong. By V12, you can hear it screaming. This is what Sebastian Vettel wanted. He wanted to bring back the V12s. Here he has his wish. If he is watching this, he probably isn't, but V12s are back. And
he's going through the S's, taking the, he's very aggressive.
The first S's, that then lifting off for the left and the right. For the right and the left, and back flicking it into the right, getting onto the power nice and early as he's now going for that. Camber hard on the throttle on through the camber left-hander, taking the shortest line possible. But he's about to start breaking down into Degner 1, taking all of the exit curb and all of the entry curb. And again, Degner 2 taking all of the exit curb. Very, very nice coming up now, breaking into the hairpin. This is where many drivers have spun, and he doesn't look like he's going to do it here. Very nice line. Not using all the exit curb, and he goes oversteer. Like I said, keeps it under control though. Very nice. Driving here from Juan Guerrero, and he is smoking. Perfectly bad, shouldn't provide too much of an issue now, breaking down into the spoon corner. Through spoon he goes, using all of the entry curb, going right up to the grass. I think using all of the exit curb as well.
What's the second sector going to be like?
Of the exit curb, what's his second
What's the delta? You have the delta. Are we going to look at
purple sectors? Purple sectors.
Through 130R.
Through 130R he goes. Now breaking down into the game. This is a lap of fury from the Ferrari. That could turn up even more red if he continues to push it as hard as it is.
Through it.
And it's going to be a very quick lap here. Across the line, it's a 1:40.406. And surprisingly, that Ferrari did not explode into flames with a very low cooling, but
amazing.
That is the fastest lap we've seen today.
That's the fastest lap we've seen, period. He just put 2 seconds on this.
He is absolutely
amazing.
Exploded that lap time. What previously was a 1:40.9 as the fastest lap has just been expanded into a 1.
Joe Gillette is now, I think, is on another run, crossing the start-finish line. No improvement.
And how many laps does he have left?
I think he's done. I think he is lap 10 out of 12. I don't think he's got any more laps left. Owen Potter.
You can't do another lap, and it unless anyone else can improve. Is lining up hitting feet on the grid here. Alcoa's got to find an answer to Juan Guerrero.
Juan Guerrero is currently on provisional pole position. Juan Guerrero still has 2 runs left.
Now Mesto onto the server now. More drivers now coming onto the server. That means I will still wait on Eddie's baton as I'll see who that is, but whoever's in P10 has not made any improvements and has finished his runs.
Simone Galladini is now in a 1:58.9, so 10th place for the Modena. Oh, and Power Nesta has already spun on his outlap. That's not good.
Well, We order.
He should avoid such spins because, as I said, he has limited laps.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
one ball cushion Tiger, just a small lock up
I
there
am.
with the footwork as he's gone through the hairpin now.
There's only 2 cars on track right now.
Very,
Yes.
very tiny lap in that footwork. Unfortunately, not like he may
Stiga is actually
make
currently on a lap.
improvement.
He's currently on a lap. So
35 second sector 1. Not the fastest, but not the slowest either. At the moment, that pace, it looks like he is going to be P5. No,
what's that?
P6. A 42.2 in sector 2.
Through 130R. There he goes. And into the chicane. He needs to take that one very
I
clean.
would have been driving. It has a very nice steering wheel too, so.
Oh yeah,
That's
it's
a nice
not
car.
that wasn't state of the art. Like the car still had round steering wheels back then, but this one just said screw the rules, and Christian Stiger goes 149.0. He advances by 1 place, putting himself ahead of Jacob Richard.
That footwork
So-
does look nice, not gonna lie.
Currently, he has 4/10. He has to gain 4/10 if he wants to start ahead of
Looks like he's
Argentino
still
Bibona.
going. Looks like he's still
Yes.
going. Hitting up a lot of curb.
Do his tires hold through? That's the question.
Maybe.
That's interesting.
Interesting indeed. Brave, possibly. Foolish, most likely. That's what Sam French
Oh, he goes. Oh, there he goes.
I mean,
And he still keeps going. What?
I mean, he's
Hey,
bad.
if he ain't nothing but consistent. Oh my goodness. A big lockup. Oh, and there it goes.
Again.
That spin was very much deliberate. But
Yep.
Matthew Sibagnoni on an outlap. Power Ernesto is on a hot lap actually. Let's see how he does in the front metal. Halil Sahin is on a hot lap, I think, as well. No, he is. Yeah, he is. So Halil Sahin, 151.978. Is he able to beat that? Well, he's very aggressive in his turns.
That what's doing to his tires was Halmesto now coming up onto a line.
No improvement. Power Ernesto.
Improvement for Halil Sahin, Halmesto.
Oh, that's his. Oh no, he's now on his flying lap.
Now
he is. I forgot he had a spin in his out lap first. First things first.
Yep, that's already 1 of his 4 runs gone. This is now his 2nd of his 4.
That's a second of his 12 laps, so he's definitely lost 1 attempt already.
A bit of oversteer, corrected very nicely. I'll go through the Asters. The wide line.
Oh, he's struggling with the front of that car.
Yeah, that front of the car just isn't hooking up, isn't gripping. The Goodyear tires, I believe, are on board.
He might be on race tires. I have no idea. Oh no! He goes around. Oh, and he lights up Arias.
The Goodyears can handle the pure speed. Power Master was pulling through him and have let go and spun him around.
And he lights up the rear tires as well. That's not gonna be healthy for them. He goes into the hairpin now. That lost him a lot of time, but well, he's still going. Number 14 on the track.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just check real quick. I can see. Is that? Yeah, I think Matthew Sibagnoni is currently on a hot lap. Oh yeah, he's rapid.
Oh, I'll be his final lap. Let's take a look on board with him.
Oh!
Going through Degner 2 now, using all of the entry curb, not much of the exit curb, as he's now bringing down into the hairpin. I'll take a look at his second splits as he gets through. Very tight line, very nice line.
Meanwhile, I'm looking.
That's him only doing at 35.1 in sector 2. So please.
No improvement again for Halil Sahin.
2
Meanwhile,
seconds down on Juan Guerrero, absolutely rapid.
Yeah, he's on another level for that one. Paul Armesto is now going through the final corner while you probably stay on Matthew.
May have to his lap for track limit.
Come
I
on.
am very expecting.
2:06 for Power Armesto, which, okay, to be fair, he did spin. He did spin and light up the rear, so I think he can still go 10 seconds faster. Matthew, going through the chicane.
Track limit.
He's got high ping. Excuse him for that. Through the final corner. He gonna improve. 46.7.
He
It's not
improved
quite.
slightly,
He
but
is.
not
He
enough.
is almost. He's 1.6 seconds off of Joe Gillette. So if he really gets his act together and the car just sticks just that little bit more, he might start on the second. No, he is starting on the second row currently, provisionally, but he might start in the front of the second row, if you know what I'm talking about. That would be a best qualifying result for Matthew Cipognoni since the start of Classic Motorsport Hub, that is. Oh, and that's Paramesto off in the gravel. I would no, I wouldn't try that if I were him. He's trying it anyway. Oh, he has to be careful to not cook his engine there. But yeah, I think we can have some more cars out on track, so I'll be back in like 3 minutes.
There you go. You just saw it yet again. How so spinning at the hairpin. The hairpin proving tricky for some drivers, not all, but just some of the drivers who we have qualifying here to this evening or morning or afternoon, wherever you're watching.
I'm just looking at the sector splits, and Juan Guerrero is gaining a whole second on the field in sector 2. So
He must
he's
be
doing it. He's doing
something.
it right. He's doing it right. I think we're all just doing something wrong. But
Most
yeah,
likely.
that's gonna be interesting. So I don't like the fact that Christian Steiger is tailgating me there, so he either goes past or he doesn't.
Trying to get the draft potentially.
We're on an out lap.
Is he on an out lap though?
Yes, he just got out of the pits.
Why is he?
I have no idea, but how am I? Okay,
I don't know what he's doing.
now he goes past.
I was probably looking to stay behind you and get.
I don't know what he was trying to do, but
I mean, whatever he wanted, it's not gonna work.
I'm not mad. I'm just give him enough gap, and then we're good. But yes, my main concern about Sector 2 is there's really only 2 places where you can lose a lot of time, and that is Spoon and the hairpin. So it's one place. There's 2 places where Juan Guerrero potentially gains all that time, and props to him. He really trusts his car, because I wouldn't. These tires, if they want to fall off a cliff when you're turning in just a bit too much, they will fall off a cliff. They're not gonna ask you. They're just gonna do it.
They're not gonna ask you. They're not gonna look in your eyes and see the absolute pleading,
They have no
the
mercy.
begging that you're doing. They are just going to put that bullet into themselves and fall off the cliff.
Okay, anyway. Steger is off the track, so I hope he's letting me pass now, and then I'll be on it.
Hopefully. As here we see now, on board with Pascal McCullough, starting his lap now. Hopefully to try and find an answer to Juan Guerrero, breaking now into turn 1 and 2, using up all the entry curb into 1. Using a lot of the exit curb onto. Now, flicking it through the S as he comes. Through the left now. Through the right now, lifting off and flicking it through, getting all the way up to the grass. Probably a bit of understeer there now through the long off-camera left-hander. That will lead him down onto a small straight. And then a braking zone into Degna 1. Using not all of the exit curb, using a lot of it though, and using a lot of the exit curb on Degna 2 now. Smoking again is that too. Braking now into the hairpin. Nice line, using a lot more exit curb. Becoming more speed through there. That's hopefully going to really help his lap time. Now, down onto the spoon curb. He is using a lot of the exit curb, going all the way out to the grass. Keeping it nice and steady. Nice and steady is what he wants, but nice and steady and quick is what he needs. But is it quick? As he's coming down to 130R. His sector times are respectable, not that far in sector 1 off Juan Guerrero, and only 5/10 off him in sector 2. As he's now coming down for the final corner. This is going to be a quick lap. It's not going to be the answer though that he's looking for, and the engine's died. He blew up. He blew up before his final lap. That was going to be a much quicker. That was going to be an improvement, but he blew up. That engine has let go for the second time today. And he is going to have to ask his mechanics, what were they thinking putting an effective engine into that car for qualifying? When he needs speed, he doesn't need unreliability.
In the last meters, in the last yards,
he is going to be screaming at his mechanics now. Absolutely furious.
I must say, I only missed my best time by 26 thousandths, even with the dead motor. That's how quick it was, but
not enough.
I'm steaming. I'm not even gonna hide it.
Power MP5 just finished a lap right now, pulled off to the side. There's Massimiliani.
There's a lot of traffic in that final corner now.
Yeah, it's true. It's almost like watching a modern event. Massimiliani now coming through the final corner, about to start a lap, I believe.
Matthew Cibagnoni is starting a lap. So is Eddie's Bottas.
Oh, Eddie's Bottas finally managing to drive.
There he goes in the number 25 Ligier. The Thierry Boutsen car.
Ligier, Thierry Boutsen. Just collecting your pronunciation. Ha ha ha.
He's going rapid through that corner though.
Oh, true, but is the car up to it?
That's a question.
All
That's a good
signs
question.
point to maybe he's going for that off-camber left-hander now, which leads onto the small straight now. Braking into Diagonal 1 using a good exit, a lot of the entry curve into Diagonal 2. Not a lot of the exit curve, and again a small hint of oversteer coming out of Diagonal 2, braking now up into the hairpin catch. Has caught so many drivers out.
Would you believe it?
Going to catch Eddie Patel out.
Would you believe it? Juan Guerrero, who is on pole by almost 2 seconds, is going out again.
Even. Oh, he's going out again. He's going to try and go even. I thought you were about to say he's gone even faster. Surprisingly, he has not gone even faster.
No, he's on an outlap. He's on his outlap. He just got out of the pits. But looking back at Eddie's Bottas, so Matthew Cibagnoni is currently on his hot lap, and right behind him is Eddie's Bottas. Oh, Matt has to slow down a bit for 130R. Eddie's is going through there.
130R now. I thought he was going to spin there.
Looks like Eddie's Bottas. Balls of steel.
I will agree with that.
Matthew Cibagnoni crossed the line. 1 minute, 45.8. He
made an improvement. As here comes Eddie's Bottas to do his first lap.
48.9.
Did you just say a 38.9 or 48.9?
48. Eddie's Bottas 48.9.
So not as quick as it looked, apparently.
Well, he puts it on the board.
Sorry to interrupt. Christian Steiger's gone P6 in that footwork. I am going to have to take my leave, as you just seen Matt Cibagnoni pulling off to the side there, letting Eddie's Bottas through. So I'm going to have to take my leave and take part in the iRacing Indy 500.
Good luck to you, and I will take over from now on. Even though I will still do one last run. Okay.
Well, live commentary, that'd be fun.
we can do an outlap with me. But yeah, Jessica, best of luck for you at Indy, and we'll talk to you after the race. Okay. Now Juan Guerrero is currently on track. He is now on. Oh wow, he's flying through the S's there. So his current best time 140.466, putting him slap bang on pole position. Still going through there. I need to check. Looks very rapid. His first sector time. Oh no! Oh no! Ah! That shouldn't have happened. He was half a second up on his first sector, and then Power Amesto. No, he was on an outlap. If we can get a replay of that. Oh no, and he just didn't. Oh, I see what happened. Oh, Power Master he didn't even have a front wing. So I don't know what he was doing there. He was missing a front wing. Then there comes Juan and just nowhere to go. Oh, and that looks like Juan Guerrero is now on his final run. He has now one run left. And Paramesto is sitting at the side of the road with a broken down Fon Meta. Horrifying crash there. But it looks like everyone survived. Christian Stiege is still on an outlap, I think. Well, at least he's going slowly. And Paramester has now returned to the paddock. So, before too long, I will now go out on final run, and as promised, we'll do an outlap of Suzuka real quick. So we can go on board with the number 3 Tyrrell real quick. So out of the pits, in front of me is the 25 DJ of Eddie's Batas. Because I need to be slow, I need to be careful because I've got my soft Pirelli qualifying tires on, and they really only last one lap at the best. So you need to find a balance between warming up your tires, but not wearing them as much as you would if you were properly warming them up. Going through the S's here, this is what I take in 4th gear. This right-hander that I'm going through right now is the tightest one of the S's. It's a very tight one, it's a very tricky one. And then, as Jessica said, up this long left-hander, which around here, it falls a little bit off camber. Not really noticeable, but, you know, it's still off camber. Going down to Degna 1. And Degna 2. This is where the crash between Armesto and Guerrero just happened. Degna 2, underneath the bridge, you know, the Suzuka International Racing Course being the only racetrack in the 1991 F1 calendar to feature such an between some. I'm sorry, I'm losing my train of thought right now because Eddie's Batas was typing. The only track to feature like a figure 8 configuration. Now, after the hairpin we just went through, long right-hander corner. This is actually called 200R. This corner. And then up into Spoon. This is a very tricky one because if you have just a smallest bit of understeer, you land up in the gravel. And the gravel is tricky and it's evil and it's gonna throw you into the tire barrier. Down onto the back straight, which houses the pits and the paddock for the, I think that's the east course. Either the east or the west course of the Suzuka racing course. And of course the most famous corner, 130R. That's done, we go into the chicane. I'm just going through 130R right now. To warm up my engine and my tires and everything a bit before we go. And through the chicane, onto the final straight, across the start-finish line, 1 lap at Suzuka. And now, time to go fast. Well, that was not very optimal, was it? Then again, I looking at the gaps in qualifying, it wouldn't really have gotten me anywhere anyway. But my qualifying is over, so I can now fully concentrate on giving you commentary. There are a few cars. We have about 13 and a half minutes left in qualifying, and there are a few cars which are still eligible to do a few runs. One of them being pole sitter Juan Guerrero. He really doesn't need to run, but he still could. Eddie Spatas, who's out on track, still is on lap 10 out of 12, I think. Same for Owen Potter, who's on track right now. Jacob Richard has only done one run, and Simone Ghilardini has done 2 runs. So the rest of the cars are all finished with their qualifying. Of course, we had 1 disqualification from qualifying, and that was Simon Witt, who has exceeded the lap limit. So we'll have to deal with that after qualifying. Currently, there are, I need to check, is Eddie Bartas on a quick lap? It very much looks like it. So, Eddie's Bartas. Let me just get my... There's Lucas Gomez. Lucas Gomez has just joined the server. He hasn't done any laps yet. But Eddie Bartas is now going through 130R on his hot lap. I believe that's his final run. He's off. He's off. Okay, that's his qualifying done. He is done. His qualifying is over. He is currently sitting on provisional P5. Currently, the third row of the grid is occupied solely by Ligier Lamborghinis. Owen Potter is the next car to go out into a flying lap. Doing a very fast out lap, the Ligier. We can have a look at that. But he's now approaching the final chicane. Owen Potter is now on his final attempt, and as they say at another big track, he's on it. Turn 1. He needs to have a look. Hey, Juan Guerrero is out on track again. No, Eddie's Bartas is going out on track again. He can't do that. Eddie's qualifying is done. Doesn't he look at his lap count? But that's not important right now. So, Owen Potter going out of the S's now. He is currently not improving, but that might still change. He's got Lucas Gomez and Juan Guerrero in front of him, so hopefully they will look into their mirrors and not let not block Owen. Going through 200R is Owen Potter right now. Juan Guerrero lets him pass, very sportsmanlike of the Colombian. And Lucas Gomez is actually out in the gravel, so Owen Potter really doesn't have any issues here right now. Going through the spoon curve. Still no improvement for Owen Potter. Going through 130R now he is. Braking for the final chicane. He's not going into the pits. Let's see if he can improve this one. And no improvement for Owen Potter, and his qualifying is over. Now, Eddie Bartas is on an out lap. Well, not sure if he's realizing that his qualifying is over, but either way. Another car that is on a hot lap right now is Simone Ghilardini's Lamborghini Modena. No improvement for Ghilardini, it looks like. 58.9 will stand as their best time, but they still have one attempt. Eddie Bartas is now crossing the start-finish line to end his qualifying once and for all. He gets the checkered flag now, and he's done. He should realize that. He's still going. Juan Guerrero is on track. He's still... Oh, he's flying. 2/10 up in the first sector is Juan Guerrero. Colombian in the Ferrari, number 27. Going through 200R right now. His engine is starting to throw out smoke. But he's still going. He's still going quicker and quicker and quicker. Through a spoon. Sector plus 1/10. So he's lost about 3/10 in the second sector. And he goes around. Oh no, he saves it. He saves it. Does he save it? No, he doesn't. He goes around. A 720-degree spin for Juan Guerrero. He saves it still. Oh, he's got it. You can see he's got it. And his qualifying is over. Meanwhile, let me just have a look at Eddie's task. Eddie's is still going. He thinks he's gonna improve, but if he finishes that lap, he's gonna get disqualified. He's getting a... I know that you're getting a message when you're done with your qualifying that you must come into the pits, that otherwise you're gonna be disqualified. And Eddie's goes around. Oh, big crash. And there comes Simone Ghilardini off the track in 130R as well. Oh, everything's happening right now. Ghilardini. No, your qualifying's done as well. No, don't put them up like that. They don't like that. And Eddie's Bottas is, his car is done. It's missing its left rear wheel. It's missing its rear wing. And it's just bellowing out smoke. That engine has died a very painful death. Simone Ghilardini is still going out on track there, so who knows what's going to happen here with the Modena. I hear a Ford engine revving up. Let me check who that is. Oh, that's just... Actually, I need to check that. That is Lucas Gomez in the lows, starting his first run at some point as well. Oh, Lucas Gomez actually did a run already. His current best time is a 1:53.7. 6.5 minutes left to go in qualifying. Lucas Gomez is, he's on an out lap. So let me see, there are two cars. No, he's the only car on track. Eddie's Bottas has just let us know that his game is frozen actually. So that's, he is in the wall. I can hear another engine. No, that's just my ignition, I'm sorry. There are two cars on track right now. Simone Ghilardini. Oh no, Simone is on an out lap. And Lucas is on an out lap as well. So, with 5 minutes to go, everyone's basically finished. And I'm sorry to tell you that, Simone, but you're finished too. You just don't know it. Lucas Gomez now starting his run. He's on it. Currently best time 1:53. Going into turn 2. So it looks very much like the front of the grid is already decided by quite a margin. So Juan Guerrero is our pole sitter. I'm on P2, so front row is locked down. And Joe Gillette is P3, Matthew Cibagnoni P4. Eddie's Bottas is P5, Owen Potter P6. Christian Stieger P7, Agostino Bivona, very impressive driving from him, knowing how he usually drives and behaves. P8 for him. Jacob Richard P9, Halil Sahin P10. Lucas Gomez is currently provisional P11. We can look at him on track at the moment. Simone Ghilardini P12. Actually, Ghilardini is now going through the final corner and locks up. But they will now get the checkered flag and the session is over. And they're finished. I hope they realize that. Have a checkered flag. But anyway, Lucas Gomez. His first sector split minus a whole second. If he keeps it going, minus 2.7 seconds. We are looking at Lucas Gomez breaking into the top 10 here. With 3 minutes to go in qualifying. Through 130R, he mounts the curb. Keep it together. Breaking down for the final chicane. Right. Left. No! Go around. Come on. Keep your head down. And he lights up the left rear tire and goes again. Oh, I think he might have lost his time there. He's angry. Look at him. He's angry. Oh. He can go over 2 seconds quicker. And he knows it. Ghilardini has actually currently lost the... Why did you lose your... How did you lose your front wing? No, stop. You're done. Anyway, 2 minutes left to go. Lucas can go on another run. Left to go, and we just have like 4 people instantly leave the game. What just happened there? 5 people, more people left the game, and Lucas Gomez. Oh, he might not make it. He's close on time. He might not make it. What is he doing? No! Lucas, you missed it by like 5 seconds. Oh, no, we might have a big upset here. But something just happened. We had like 5 or 6 people just instantly leave the game. I have no idea what the hell just happened there. No, he's off. No. Okay, and that's done. Lucas Gomez, unfortunately, will not make another run after that incident. And yep, the confirmation that like 7 people had just their game crash all of a sudden. So okay, with that done, well, what can I say? Juan Guerrero is on pole position. Congratulations. We only have 15 seconds left, so in 15 seconds we will officially be able to confirm the results. Three, 2, 1, and out goes the checkered flag. So we already have confirmation. P1 is Juan Guerrero with a stunning 140.466. Yeah. What can I say? Amazing. P2 is yours truly, 142.35. Third place, Joe Gillette with the 145.1. Fourth place is Matthew Sibagnoni, 145.8. Fifth place is Owen Potter with a 47.7, and I'm not sure. I think sixth place is Eddie's Batas, but I don't have data on his lap time currently. But yeah, with that said, There's not much to say. Tomorrow, please, of course, tune back in for the race. So, I'll just check real quick. Qualifying is over, my friends. Tomorrow, it's race day. Here at Classic Motorsport Hub, we have the Japanese Grand Prix race. So, to schedule, of course, again, British summertime. 15:45 is when we start our open practice. The warm-up and driver's briefing will start at 4:15, and at 4:30 we go to the race, which will be 53 laps or 2 hours, whichever comes first. So, my friends, this probably wasn't as exciting a qualifying session as it could have been, but, well, and the fact like almost half the field was missing, but you know, okay, we'll deal with that. We will deal with that. But yeah, tomorrow is race day at Classic Motorsport Hub, and thank you very much for tuning in. This is Pascal Mikula signing out from Suzuka. So long, and see you tomorrow.